Listen. Ha! Still caught it. Okay. 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 Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. I need a haircut so bad. Y'all getting the little bun? The little curlicue bun? Hi. Oh, what a live we got today, everybody. Of course she did. This is the thumbnail. All right, everybody. Let's start this show. We have a conversation today about the best of the best. Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thanks again for tuning in. We are talking about who won it, but not for Widow and Jan. We know who won that. Of course. We're talking about all lip syncs, all through the seasons. This is that conversation today. Oh, you want another live video? You got one from your boy, Matty Rants. This is a discussion. If you saw the thumbnail and came here to read, that's not what that was for. I'm trying something new here with my presentations, and if anything, sensationalism is something else. So, for me, that lip sync was dead set on who was supposed to win, but I also was like, let's have a discussion about lip syncs, who really won it, if it's even anything about winning or what was so important about that lip sync for you. I want y'all to be included in this conversation. I'm not just going to lead the entire way. I may give you a season, and I ask, please name that lip sync. Just throw one out. And once I see the ones that are really hitting the most, that's the discussion we can have. And we can break down said lip syncs, because you know I've seen every damn episode more than at least 10 times. You know I'm a super fan, and that's why I review the show. I wouldn't be doing this shit if I didn't have the knowledge behind it. Also currently in baby drag, and my mother is an alumni, and I have now cousins, nieces, sisters, aunts. Where do you want to go? Qualifications met. Now, I'm going to do this season by season so that way we have this in a structured format, and no one has lost their jiggly caliente over the situation. Shout out to my sister Jiggly Caliente. I love you, mama, if you're watching. Listen, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I know this is, again, another quarantine situation and all that type of stuff. Y'all know I'm going through my own little whirlwind of mess and drama. I'm actually going to be heading back to LA much sooner than expected. I'm probably going to be heading back next month because coming out here was a mistake, clearly. And instead of taking the situation and victimizing myself around it, I'm just going to overcome it and I'm going to keep on moving. Oh, my drag mother is Honey Davenport. That's my drag mother. Speaking of which, I need to call her after this video. At least text her, see what she's doing and how she's doing, mama, because I've been in my own little whirlwind of I don't want to be talking to folks for a second because of everything. So, hey out there in Portugal, so do me a favor. I'm about to pull up the chat right now so I can become into this conversation with you here. I see everybody who is tuning in, and thank you so much for being here. And I hope that everyone's staying safe and we're all well. And if you're going through it, I hope that you're holding on strong because I already know it's. I don't know if I want to. Do I want to include season 1 in this conversation of lip sync conversations? Do I want to do that? I don't know. Let me see. Oh, that's not nice. Don't be that way. No one wants that here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about no season 1. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was, I mean, what? Chanel lost her headpiece over the greatest love of all. I don't know. It's well, not my problem. Not my problem. Okay, what is going on here? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to look at this and just have the chat up. I'm just gonna keep the chat up here. Well, yeah, we're going through seasons 1 through 6 first, Mama. So we gotta go through. We gotta go through. We may discuss the lip sync. It's not gonna ruin it for you. I promise that. Can I be real with that? At least it's not gonna ruin it for you. Because talking about it's one thing, but seeing it is a whole nother mother. Okay. And a lot of these lip syncs that I'm going to be discussing today, I actually just watched on YouTube. I want to start with season 2. Personally, there wasn't that much going on with season 2. If you want to talk about lip syncing, yeah, if you want to talk about lip syncing, there wasn't that much going on with like season 2. Honestly, when I put the seasons together, be real with yourselves. There was a couple that were good, but I'm not like really my investment did not come back return too much fully for me. I'm just going to be honest with you. Hey everybody. I thought Jujubee Black Velvet was great, but Jujubee was also drunk when she was doing that. So that really added to the entirety of Black Velvet down, all that mess, okay? Mimi wasn't until season 3. We're still on season 2. I saw a comment in the little section there. I'm like, nah, she wasn't on season 2, mama. I think Morgan McMichael's 2 of Hearts was everything. I mean, Sonique was just doing tumbling routines, which is something to be said. Ooh, my hair is so right. My hair is so right. I'm sorry. I had to give myself a moment. Let's just keep this little partation going on here. Sorry, I'm feeling myself. All right, I'm done. I promise I'm done. I'm giving you Kerry Washington and that one Hulu show tease. I think that Jujubee did really well. Honestly, a lot of the songs for that, I don't know. I just really, the lip syncing for that season, I wasn't like fully in. I was fully there until newer seasons happened. Let me not lie. I was there until newer seasons happened. So I did like a lot of stuff. I didn't really care for, let me take a look at this. What are we talking about here? Tati versus Jessica was cute. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I wonder why. She's the greatest dancer. I wonder why. No, it wasn't. It was okay. It was cool. Mystique used to drop into a split for no reason, and remember that was the country couture mess, and I'm not even gonna go down that road. That was a lot. I did like the season for the drama more so than I want to say the lip syncing. Um, I don't know. I just didn't really care for. I didn't really. It was a lot. I'm really going over all the lip syncing. I think when Raven and Tyra went against each other, that was really good. Jujubee served. But I didn't really get into it until we got into season 3. I think that's why I'm doing season 3 first for the rewind recaps. I'm starting this week, everybody. You have a video for Tuesday. It's gonna be a recap of season 3. I'm excited for that one. um, yeah, I'm sorry. No. I can't. Like, season 2 wasn't it for me, y'all. I'm sorry. So I have to put that on like a lower scale. I don't really. I'm cool. I'm cool. But season 3, though? Okay, that's when we can start to have this conversation because, I mean, Love J All Day just spoke of it. Manila versus Delta was one of the, if not the best, performances that I've seen of two people who I would never have expected to give that song the proper lighting of education. And I know somebody else could have done it much better, but it was done for that time, for the stakes at hand, because they were both Heathers. And they were like, oh, we're doing so well. And then all of a sudden this happened. It was like, oh, okay. They're in it. And, Delta, if you remember, in Untucked was over it. Pick me, pick me, pick me. When I met Delta, I had to tell her, I said, girl, that is still one of my most favorite moments of Untucked, period. It was so funny. You were over it. You were over it, Mama. You were just like, fuck it. She's like, whatever, dude. She kept on saying, dude. Oh, it was so funny. But no, Manila and Delta were just giving you a game. And the feather that came out when Manila put her hand out, during that part in MacArthur's Park, and it was that planned or was that just happened to be floating and it worked out in her favor because it just seemed unplanned. It seemed like it was like just from her sitting down, one of her feathers flew up and she just so happened to put her hand up. Oh, I loved it. 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 It was so classic. And then they just went into it, and then Manila got a little crazy, and Delta pulled out some random box. I was like, girl, where'd that box come from? You wore leggings, low-key leggings and a t-shirt, Mama, and some slippers. I'm confused where this box came from. Raja and Carmen was basically porn, low-key. But I did like Raja and Carmen's lip sync. Is that bad? Like I was here with it. Love me forever. Oh. Yes, and it was Paula Abdul. I was here for it. Because for me it was like, oh, so who won between the two? Oh, well, the winner was Manila. For sure. Ooh, keep me into the theme of this video. Thank you, baby. If we really wanted to just give it and I were to be like, it should have been Delta, it should have been Manila, it was Manila's. It was Manila's because Manila added that extra, what's the word I'm looking for here? It was really soft and it was very poos, in the beginning. And then she went into this madness over the cake being left out in the rain. I find that production to be more compelling than someone with a little box going whoop whoop. Let's see here. Okay, give me another lip sync from season 3 that was iconic for you. And I also, that one, Nathan, thank you. We appreciate you, Nathan. As soon as I asked the question, you're already on board with me, so hallelujah to your brother. Okay, I want to talk about that one. Let me make sure I pull up my Gmail here in case anybody has sent something. Okay, cool. Great. All right. So, Stacey Lane Matthews and India Farah, okay? All right. India Farah. It was a no. It wasn't going to happen because when there's a meeting in the ladies' room, she'll be back real soon. Hey, Oh. Are y'all familiar with the artist behind that song and like the time and the era of when that came out? And have you ever seen a movie that had that song in the soundtrack? Because there's many movies. Okay, here's the thing. Indy's allegedly going to be on All Stars 5. Um, the song requires the 80s treatment. Oh, that wasn't, oh, I wasn't throwing shade. I read what was said. I will not confirm nor deny. So there you go. And I'll leave it at that. Um, there's a spoken word moment in that song. It's a spoken word moment in there too, and it's also the song, like, for what it's worth, right? Stacy won when that spoken word moment happened, and it's "Don't slap me," like, it's that whole moment where she's talking to her about, I'm just gonna tell you about this, and I'm doing, like, there's this moment in that song where you have to be her. India was not, and so don't slap me because I'm not in the mood. You gotta embody. You gotta embody it. You got to. Um, I ain't saying a damn thing. I'm so mad y'all have some of this tea already, and I'd be like, girl, I cannot. Everybody has too much information. Alexis versus Shangela. I really didn't. I don't. That's like one of my least favorite Fantasia songs. Honestly, it is. I like other songs that Fantasia has done. I gotta say that Alexis was pretty good. Um, Shangela, I don't know. That's a weird one because that's like that's da da da. It's like all of this kind of, you've got to really get into the fluttery moment that Fantasia was when that song came out, because that's like beginning Fanny. That's beginning Fantasia. That's before the Lifetime movie where she starred as herself, Fantasia. Can we talk about that for just a quick second? Fantasia had a whole Lifetime ass movie, and this bitch starred in the movie about herself. What kind of nonsense is that? Just like this car driving off, sounding just like dirt hitting the ground. What? You love that movie? Girl, what? So this bitch started a movie that was about her. I can't. Y'all, I don't understand. 222 of you in this room, and there's only 62 likes. Y'all gotta smash that like button. Smash that sucker. Hit it hard. Slam your key. No, well, don't hurt your keyboard, because some of us can't go to the Mac store and get new things, because now that I can get a new AirPod, that since mine was stolen, I can't go to the damn store and get one. Do me that favor if you could for me, please. And if you'd like to support the channel, paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo, Matty-Rants. Hi, Shadow Kiss. Hey, everybody. Hi, everyone. Alexis won that one. Shangela was out the door. I can't really stress that one enough. Let's continue with season 3. I need another good crop of queens. I need somebody to give me somebody really good. Ooh, we're at 102 likes now. Y'all have heard the message. Yara versus Alexis. Ooh, that was really tough to watch, wasn't it? Delta versus Mariah. I'm parking lot in that one, Victor, because I need to come to that one. I was so mad at Mariah. I was so mad. Yara versus Alexis was sad to watch because what was that? Yara had a low-key breakdown. And it was like, oh my God. That was a whole moment on the show. I love it when Drag Race has those like, what just happened? What's going on here? Is this a part of the show? Like all of that stuff. It wasn't great. First of all, I'm gonna tell you the wrongness of it all. The wrongness of it all is that Hey, Owithu. I'm sorry, baby. I was looking at your name trying to make sure I said it correctly. I was like, I don't want to say it wrong. Um, Yara had a complete breakdown, and I hated the fact that they were in those money gowns because, like, Mama, how are they gonna move in these things? Um, oh, shout out, hey, in South Africa. Yeah, it just was bad, and then she fell down, and it was this whole crying thing. It was just awful. Um, and then when it came to Delta versus Mariah, you know, Delta won that on pure merit of knowing the damn song because Lord Jesus. Um, Owetu, okay. Oh, so with the H is not okay. All right, work. Nah, no, she's not necessary. She's in there. She's quiet. Okay. Um, but loving the hair. Thanks, Elizabeth. You know, I'm trying, girl, trying to get this hair thing together. Someone's gonna give me a goddamn endorsement. Um, season 3 was good. We had some good stuff there. I think the Manila versus Delta was the highlight for me of that season as far as lip sync is concerned. India versus Mimi. Oh my God. Yeah, let's talk about this before we get to season 4. India versus Mimi. Hmm. 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 All right. I have seen many videos of very dangerous things happening to individuals on camera. 2-minute clips sometimes. To see Mimi in that specific wig and dress that she then took off, that she seems to like to do, because she did that for All Stars too. It was like shitty dress, shitty under whatever beneath it, whatever you want to call it. Indy not doing well her damn self. Do y'all remember that breastplate that she paid so much money for was jiggling and wobbling and moving all around and jiggling and wobbling and move? I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but the laws of physics are not in your favor because all that rubber on top of your skin was deciding to move away and come back again. It was basically me. um, thank you, Winter. But it was pretty much, it was gross. And she was also doing a lot of extra stuff that was unnecessary nor not needed. I never really got that. I was like, why are you jumbling and what's happening here? And how she was doing the Fifi O'Hara versus Sharon Tees to me. Actually, we could call it the India since she was doing it first. All that tumbling and shit around to a song that didn't need that. But then but then, Mimi on first. I just realized they need to redo that song because both of them fucked that up. They need to redo that song. That song needs a redo. That song deserved better. I'm saying it now. Wasn't that Donna Summer? Who was that song again? That was Donna Summer, right? They need to redo that song. That song needs a redo. Anywho, Mimi on first with her a Tyrannosaurus Rex mentality picks up India Farah and decides to spin her around in a wrestling move. Like, you know, because it's something she's familiar with doing. I remember that being the gag. Like, oh, I've done this before. This is what we do back at home. I pick bitches up and I spin them around. And Allison Mossy to sit you, oh, excuse me, we're not doing this today, Matty. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It was like To Catch a Predator. Like, I don't know. It was very, I hated it. I was like, why is she spinning her around? What is happening here? And then you remember India, you let me down. I'm thinking to myself, I know you, grown man, could have, wouldn't have been me. Wouldn't have been me. It was Thelma Huston? Okay. Thank you. Um, couldn't have been me. Couldn't. Four Women by Nina. That was the song? I do not remember that being the song. Oh, I'm reading the comments too much. Hold on, sister. Okay, Cameron. I know, my bad, baby. Let me go back. I started to do this. I started to do this. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you. I was like, wait, what? I was like, hold on. Don't pull it. Okay, so that was trash. That was trash. All of it was trash. And then I don't know. It just I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I haven't been able to take Mimi seriously since then. And I know we're not supposed to hold things, but girl, I just can't. Don't leave me this way. There it is. Yes. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, there it is. There it is. Yeah, we need a redo of that song because that song really deserved a lot more than what it was given. It deserves so much better. Okay. Now let's go to season 4. And this is when I think shit got real. Okay. We'll go ahead and start this off with Jiggly Caliente basically taking the aluminum foil off the baked potato and serving Alyssa Summers down to Toxic. Because could you imagine if it was like two Alyssa Summers up there doing Toxic by Britney Spears? We would have been upset stomach diarrhea. It would have been indigestion. Pepto-Bismol. It would have been bad. It would have been really bad. I would have been calling for riots. Like, how dare you? But Mama was over there working her ass out. So I'll give Jiggly Caliente all the coots for that one. Let's get to the second. What happened next? That was interesting. I think we had to skip Princess versus LaShawn Beyond because that was pretty bad, in my personal opinion. That was a song that deserved better, and that was Donna Summer, and that was Bad Girls. Ooh, I was upset. Hey, Arvin, I was upset. Ooh, Bad Girl. That deserves so much better. That deserves so much better. Y'all, listen. If and when, because they do ask the girls about lip sync numbers and like what they're normally used to. If them hoes, listen, if they ever like piece of cake, what songs do you want to have or what are you really good at in your wheelhouse? I would be like, you give me all the divas and we're good. That's all I want. Give me all the divas. I got it. Got it. But that needs a redo. That needs a redo. That needs a redo. Now let's go ahead and just talk about Dida Ritz, the blessed child of a good lip sync when it comes down to the necessariness of presenting to the individual who you are lip syncing to. And this is where I get to have this conversation and I get to sort of mix and intermingle these things because now that we're here with Dida and the Princess, we're going to also talk about Widow and Jan, and we're going to talk about Latrice and Kenya, and we're going to talk about who else can we just name that where one person was doing the correct thing and the other person was doing the wrong thing, because this is what we have to talk about. And what I mean by who won the lip sync. Now that you've been in this video for 28 minutes, you've gotten to the goddamn point. You're not too late, Paranoid. You're actually getting to the real point of all of this. Nina versus Aja. Bam. Like, I mean, there's ones I can agree with and ones I won't, but we're going to go ahead and do this here. I would say Alyssa Edwards versus Ivy Winters. Trinity K. Bonet versus Milk. Actually, let's do TKB versus April. Ooh, Carry On. There we go. All right. A lot of people have spoken to me in my inbox about this, and I appreciate you for not making these public posts, but I was asked why did I not bring up the fact of it being a black and white situation when it comes to lip syncing. in certain songs and aesthetics and features, this, that, and the other. And I said, well, technically I did, but I didn't say it in that many words. So I'm gonna redo it for y'all so you can hear me on this, because this is not a slight to anybody, because I know some white queens who can take a song by a sister and wear out. Ask Alyssa Edwards. She's done it plenty of times. Plenty. There's I can even put Sasha Velour into this conversation, because Sasha, who you would thought this egghead would not have nothing to do with Whitney the hell out of it, because she knew what to do. There is a sense of a song where you have to go past the point of what the beat is about and what just is the background of the song. Okay? You have to give it something. You have to give it all kinds of life, okay? You got to give it all kinds of life, all right? The conversation was in the video when I brought it up. I love Sasha. Listen, I'm just being funny, y'all. Come on. I love Sasha. But I said when I was growing up, I grew up to music being played, not because I had a choice in what was being played, but because when we were cleaning up, or when my mom was driving, or when my dad was driving, or when we were in the car as kids, we would hear music growing up, okay? A lot of stuff like that, a lot of stuff like this, or music like that, is basically ingrained into a lot of our minds, because that's what we heard growing up. And then we become fans just from listening, out of us not even wanting to listen, but that's just what was on. And then we find relations to it based on what our own growing up situations were, et cetera, et cetera. This is in almost every household, whatever kind of household this is, black or white or brown or whatever you want to do about it. That is what you, as kids, unless, what's going on? Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened there. Who's still on the line? Hold on, we had a little moment here. We had a little blip. We're back? Okay. That was weird. Okay, y'all, I didn't put it on the internet on purpose, because over here where I'm at right now at this hotel, y'all know my situation. There was this issue with there was some issue with the Wi-Fi, because it's been raining all fucking week. It's been raining. I don't know where y'all are at. If there's rain where it's been where you're at, I know it's been kind of a pleasant thing while you're inside to see rain, but for me in this hotel, that Wi-Fi either goes out or that power cuts off and on. So we're good. Okay, cool. Also, shout out to Timotheus. Thank you for your donating. I appreciate you here on PayPal. And if anybody wants to donate to the channel, paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. Let's get back to the conversation. And my apologies for the blip. So, again, this music's ingrained in you. You've become a fan of this from you just being, a part of your household or whatever. And then there are songs that you learn when you become older, when you become an adult and you've, I guess started to live your life, and it sort of relates to you then and there and now. And then you can find some sort of play in that. I think with a lot of the songs that we see on Drag Race, where the girls eviscerate the music or the song or whatever it is because they either already knew of that song from so many years ago, and they've had so much time to not only feel what it is, but then when they're now learning the lyrics, it's like now they can really grasp it. And for other kids, hey Scruffy Cub, and for other kids, it's simply, I just got the song, I want to hear it, okay, I think, okay, I think, I can do this. I can do this. And it's like, no. You can't just do this. Oh, the reason why there's not enough Beyonce songs on there, I'm just gonna tell you this now so that everybody doesn't freak out. Beyonce's music is expensive. Even if they cut the song by a minute and 30 seconds, which sometimes they would do, mama, pay her. That's why you only saw that one, the Gaga songs that y'all hear are old ones. You don't hear her new stuff because her new stuff is expensive. FYI. So it's like that for a lot of these queens. You haven't heard other stuff by Rihanna recently or her newer stuff because that is more expensive than the older stuff, which was probably under a different contract. You got that, yeah, there's baby. That's the thing. So when they do the songs for the seasons, they have a budget for the music, and they're trying to get a whole bunch of songs in. So if you can't, you got to pay one track for Beyonce's song, and then everybody else gets like just little bits and pieces. You only have one good song, right? The Bootylicious is under Destiny's Child, which is Matthew Knowles. He still has ownership of that. So that probably wasn't as high of a price tag because, Matthew needs money. I mean, this one too, but the same. I'm just saying. They keep on playing the El DeBar song, honey. That track is not expensive. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Please look up that family's history. Get the coin. Get the coin. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, let's go back to this. Let me go back to this. Dida Ritz eviscerated the princess because Dida, not only do you have Natalie Cole in front of you, but you know the song. You know the song in its entirety. You know the gospel of the song. You understand the presence, feeling, power, and presentation needed for said song. And when you have that, you are always in control. And she was what? In control. Say it again, Timothy. Before she got the iPod, I don't need it. I don't need it. And Natalie Cole's in front of you? Do you know how big of a deal that is? That's why Widow, when I was watching Widow lip sync, I was so hyped and so, I was in tears a little bit because she understood your idol is in front of you and you have to do a song at your worst. Be your best. Be your best. Be your best. Like, whatever. It's be our guest. I'm sorry. Okay. Dida is a legend for that moment, but then we're going to also jump into a lip sync later with Dida where she was out of her moment and the moment was not necessary and it wasn't where it was supposed to be. She knew Natalie Cole. She didn't know Gladys Knight. Oh, you better follow me for this good old scripture I'm about to give you today as the pastor that is Matty Rants is about to give you something. She knew Natalie. She didn't know Gladys. She didn't know her at all, not a little bit. She probably heard Gladys Knight, but she didn't know Gladys Knight. Bitch, you went against Gladys Knight. Latrice Royale became one of the Clark sisters. Do you hear me? I haven't seen that movie yet. I need to find it. I need to see the Clark sisters movie, y'all. Oh, I gotta see it. Bitch, Latrice. That's Gladys. Hell, she's Dorinda Clark, honey. I'm trying to tell you. When Sharon Needles made the whole comment about she took me to church and my skin was burning, I said it's probably the truth because have y'all ever, okay, this is for my people who have been able to go out to the clubs. I know some of y'all haven't yet, you're little young babies. For the rest of you who have little coin tatas and you're able to go down to functions and clubs and you're out in places, have you ever witnessed a lip sync where you're visibly there and it just blew you up? Like it was like, I cannot believe I just witnessed all of this. Like, oh my God, that was amazing. Have you ever had that moment happen to you? Mm-hmm. It's deep, isn't it? Timothy, not yet. Oh, honey. Alan, haven't ever seen you. Oh my goodness, let me tell you something. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some love and some story time realness today. Yes, I love it. I get to preach. I get to preach. I get to preach. It's okay. I'm gonna hope you can live an experience with me. With two queens in particular that I gotta talk about. Ooh, two in particular that really just got me together when I saw them perform live and I was just gagged. And then I'm gonna give you two people who have not been on Drag Race that, like, if you just knew, like, you would just know. And quickly to speak about Bob the drag queen real quick. I've seen Bob perform in front of me and it was everything. I've gotten to dance with Bob directly because we were just doing like some dance battle, funny stuff or whatever at Mickey's in West Hollywood. That was everything. I love cornbread, by the way. Cornbread jeté. That's one of my babies. I love her. Um, but I got to tell you. Okay, so let's do this drag race one. I'm actually going to talk about the Widow Von Du. I'm going to have my moment with you today and explain this. And I believe there may have been video clips of this, but not sure. Oh, you think you saw that clip? Yeah, I have that clip posted to my Instagram. I think it's in one of my stories. I still have the video. I'll actually post it up on Instagram just as a throwback for y'all. But it's cool. It was so much fun. Widow Von Du, when I went to Hamburger Mary's in Long Beach, and it was a packed house, it was full of all people. I think Laganja was there. I forget who else was performing, but you know, I already knew Laganja was going to give her life, and I knew a lot of other queens there were going to perform, and it was a packed house. But it was Widow's first time, I think, performing there specifically prior to the show starting, and yeah, it was kind of like this, what do you expect? Like, what's going to happen here? And I remember I was sitting in that audience, and I forget what the first song was. Y'all, this bitch went from I screamed so loud. Oh, she did Nikki. Yeah, she did. She definitely did Nikki. It wasn't the Nikki from the show Nikki, though. She didn't do that song. She did a different Nicki Minaj song. And then she did something else too, like a disco number. Y'all, oh, Mama Ken is a contortionist too. Like, I gotta get this in on you. A big girl who's a contortionist. So there's no limits. Like, you had to see how fast she was moving, how quick she was hitting everything, the way she was maneuvering through the crowd. The showmanship of it all was so impeccable, and I was so impressed because it was somebody who I was not there. Basically, I think this was actually prior to her even being announced on Drag Race, if I'm gonna be clear with this. Yes, as a matter of fact, this was before she was announced to be on Drag Race. I knew she was gonna be on the whole story. Okay. The whole story. So this was before she was announced, but I knew she was already going to be on the show because I had the list prior to y'all. Sorry, y'all. I get tea early now. Like, before Drag Galore does early. Way before that early. So I had tea, and I was just sitting there like, oh my God, she's going to be on Drag Race. And I was going to go up to her to be like, hi, my name is Matty Rants, which I did. And I was like, I do reviews on YouTube. I just let you know, I know, but I'm excited to see what you're going to bring to the show because of such and such. That was my whole purpose for going there, and the reason why I was seeing a lot of the queens from this season. I would go to the club, and somebody would then walk up and be like, Matty, why are you here? I'm like, I'm just here. But I was there to say, hi, FYI, I'm doing a show. P.S., I just wanted to see what you could do. That was it. That was really why I was there. So, again, I saw her, and it was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't believe, like, the amazing justness of it all. And the fact that she did 3 up-tempo numbers, not one slow song, 3 up-tempo numbers. 3. Like, girls normally take a break in between to catch their breath so they can walk around and collect a lot of tips. No, ma'am. Mama was doing high kicking, sweat, hair blowing, knock knee down, slap, it was all of it. There was no time to breathe half the time. No time to breathe. People were losing it. I'm telling you, you felt something that day. So that's why I think I also have an affinity for Miss Widow Von Du, because I saw her prior to even the announcement of her. And it was like, oh my God, she's going to hurt some people's feelings on this show this season. And that's just what it felt like. But yeah, that really got me together. That was one of those moments where I can see a queen performing and it just was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I think I felt the same way about Landon Cider as well, because Landon spooked me. Yeah, Drag King Landon Cider was one of the same people who, when I saw perform, I was like, is this happening? Because not only was the illusion everything, but there was also so much attention to detail with his performances as a drag king that it just made this huge difference for me as someone who honestly had like I don't know about this kind of feeling towards stuff to where I was like, girl, I gotta go see more drag king performances because if this is what she's giving, excuse me, he is giving, I want to be in the same arena. I want to see this often. I want to be a part of the scene all the time. I want to be here for it. How dare I not be there? That's how I felt about that. And then the other person was when I was growing up as a young, gay boy in Houston, Texas, Chevelle Brooks. Chevelle Brooks would perform at certain clubs like, I don't know if it was Big Yo's before that went all through whatever it was going through, or if it was, I remember seeing her at 2020, of course, in the early years, but I don't know if it was Martinis, I forget which club exactly it was, but I remember being young and being with my friends, and Chevelle Brooks would be announced to be performing. And like most clubs, drag performances don't go on until like 12 o'clock at night. So you're either drunk or down or whatever, right? Y'all, this bitch got on the stage, and when I tell you, boom, boom, you better say it again. Changed my life. I think that was one of the reasons why I wanted to even become a performer on stage was because Chevelle Brooks was serving me. It was just slayage. Oh my God. Tommy Ross, too, was one of the other people who I would watch when I was younger. Like, these are not old, excuse me, the gross Matthew. No, they're just legends, excuse me, legends in the community. Y'all didn't even know me. I seriously was like, my friend was like, pull your mouth up. Because I was just like, how is she moving? Like, wait a minute. Hold on, sister. Wait, do you see what yes, Bob? Like, she just knew what she was doing, and she knew the song. Every song she performs it to the up 10th ability. She is the queen. You will give all your money to. Give all your money to. Give all your money to. Just give all your money. It's that kind of performance. So, and Trinity K. Bonet. That one, too, I have seen live. And Kennedy Davenport and Trinity K. Bonet. Yep, those two as well. If you see Kennedy perform live, get ready. Because Kennedy moves. Sister. Kennedy can move, girl. And Trinity K. Bonet, not only can she dance, but she emulates so well with song. Her emoting is impeccable. Impeccable as a queen. Okay, sorry. I had to get my little stories out the way here so we can get back to this list. But true tea, all of it. A lot of queens, if you ever get a chance to go out to, please go out and support your drag when we're able to. I know we can see them digitally now, which is great. But when we're able to get back to going outside again and supporting our local bars and establishments, and for you young babies who are close to being that age, I know you want to sit and go out and have a good time. Please, when it does come to that time, drink responsibly, take care of yourselves. Don't drink at all if you can. But if you get a chance to go to a drag bar and witness something. You need to witness it. The show is one thing to watch. And I think, again, as somebody who simply, again, went to the clubs. I used to sneak in when I was 15 years old because I was cute, and the security guys would let me in because they was like, they were really nasty now that I'm thinking about it. But when I was 15, I used to pump on through. I want to be inside, let me in, and I'll be in. I wouldn't drink, but I would always dance the night away. And that it's important. But when you see it live, when that queen passes you by while you're still like lost in whatever sauce that it is, and she gives you a moment to see you, oh, bitch, you'll get there. You'll be like, okay, I want this. Shout out to Cindy for your donating on PayPal. Thank you, Lovey. I appreciate you. Ooh, oh, yeah, because of your epilepsy? Honey, listen. I understand because everybody's routine starts with a strobe light about to blow somebody's brains out. I'm trying to tell you. Because, child, I can't even deal with it sometimes. And I hate being in the club for too long because you know how the bass just be hitting. And then once you leave the club, you can't hear nothing. It's just, that's all you hear. I do not miss that. Now that I don't miss. I don't miss that at all. I don't miss that at all. No, ma'am. I used to, y'all don't know, Matty used to own that dance floor. I would have bitches move out the way so I could just go in and do a whole freestyle with a whole circle around me. Low key, I still do that. Get enough tequila in me, I still am the one. Get me up, get me on the floor. I will wear it out. Like, ha! Oh, yes. And now that I got hair, it really just adds the effect of what's going on because now I be whopping it. But yeah. Mimi Cherry can tell you the story of when I just got up for no apparent reason when they were trying to get me on stage. Shout out to Ava Lachey in the Port Bar out there in good old Oakland, California. And I tore it up. Because that tequila was like, you could do it. Shout out to Courtney. I see you're donating on Cash App. Thanks, babes. Back to this conversation, though. Let's keep this Drag Race related. Not talk about me and my life. Season 4 was definitely standout time. I know that Dida was really killing it, but y'all, I mean, Latrice. Before y'all hated her on All Stars 4, Latrice was one and the only, and still is for me, mother. But Latrice, oh my God, give her a good old nasty soul song. It's a wrap. Yeah, I was in Oakland. I was in Oakland for like a good week for Thanksgiving last year. Sure was. Sure was. I got to see San Francisco, and San Francisco is beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's so expensive, but it's beautiful, honey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Latrice is the one. But again, it was like when Dida went up against her, it was like, now what happened to the Natalie Cole of it all? Because I don't know who this is, but Beyonce does not belong into a Gladys Knight number in this sort of capacity. Sir, and you know what's funny about that? Listen, you heard all that bullshit? I guarantee you that was a 94 Honda Civic. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that was a 94 Honda Civic. No, couldn't have been. Nope, I guarantee you. With a Flowmaster on it for no reason. I guarantee you. Did anybody else deal with that in high school with kids that would have, of course, we all had like cars or whatever, or we walked, we had the bus. But there was that one guy who had that real low budget car, but he put everything into that low budget car and it still looked low budget as hell. And it was so loud and they would always drive off looking crazy. I hated that in high school. There was always these people who would just, I'm like, why is your Honda so loud? Is it going faster? Is it moving quicker? Did it get to the destination on time? I'm confused. And they're in second gear, sounding all like, it's like, what is happening? You're at 25 miles an hour. You are in the school zone, and you sound like that. God bless it. I used to have an Accord. I used to have a 2-door Accord stick shift, because Matty knows how to drive a stick shift. Oh, yes. And if you don't know how to drive a stick shift, I suggest you learn how to drive one because you never know when you're going to need to learn how to drive a stick shift. I know that everything's mostly automatic now, but I'm just saying. Listen, I had to buy I was given many cars in life when my family had something, and when we had nothing, Matty worked for it and bought what he could get, basically a good old, a couple cash cars, child. Trust me. I've had nice things and I've had not so nice things. So I know what both looks like, and that's why I always tell myself, Matty, at any given situation and time, honey, you could be back to whatever, whatever. So let's not ever think that you're above anything. I'm so mad I got into cars. Yeah, season 4, let's go to it. Fifi versus Sharon. I love you too, Maria. Thanks for the donation, mama. Fifi versus Sharon. Sharon won that. Argue with me, say what you want. Sharon won that. They didn't want to send Fifi home for storyline purposes. Willem was already causing bullshit. And y'all, if you haven't listened to the Race Chaser podcast, I don't know what to tell you. Willem basically saved Fifi's life. Facts. Love you too, Be Cole. Did I lie? Willem saved Fifi's life. There are points and there are many things we can dive into exactly with that whole lip sync and all that, but you're not going to tell me that Fifi O'Hara was basically wearing Sharon Needles out. No, because honestly, once again, with a song like that, it is a disco song, but she was already cutting the fuck up prior, like as soon as it started. There was no in between, there was no build up. There was none, not a single solitary build up. Waiting for my comments to load so I can comment on this. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay. Thank you, Mel V, for your donating. To be honest, I had a ghetto BMW from the inbound and it had different colored doors, but a nice radio that sounded like butt. I had, at one point in time when I was living in Alabama, I had a what was it? A 1999 Volvo S90. It was a brick girl. It was like a literal box, white little box. And it was the smoothest car. It was so, oh girl, it had like 200,000 miles on it. I got it for $1,000, like paid $1,000, I was done. Smoothest ride ever. But I got hit in the rain one day and the car was never the same. And I had to like literally like leave that car like in some random junkyard and be like, here you go, just destroy it. And then I ended up buying a Cadillac. DeVille, please, yes, that big old boat of a car. I had a 97 silver one and it had, baby, all the way presidential tint on that motherfucker. I was looking like trade in that car. When I tell you, people, women used to holla at me in that car. I couldn't believe it. Every time I pulled up, they were like, who is in the vehicle? And it had the best sound system too. Oh my God. Like the inside of it was trash because whoever had the car before me, you could tell was a drug dealer. You could tell. But the outside of it was impeccable. And the way a Cadillac drives, I will never get over that. There is nothing like a Cadillac DeVille drive. There is nothing like it. Nothing like it. It is supreme. It's so smooth. Oh, I love cars that feel like that butter feeling. Oh my God. Oh. I mean, that was when I was going through it and my mom had just passed away and I was like having to redo my life again. So I did everything like kind of from scratch because my brother out in Bama was very much like, let's start you over. And it humbled me completely because I was raised with cars being given to me when my dad had all the money in the world. Man, I had a BMW, I had a Mustang, I had a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff at one point, and then I had nothing. And then I had to just get everything myself. And I thought, oh, I could just get stuff like, I can just put my name on this. I can do all that. But no, I squandered a lot of things in my life because I focused on the wrong stuff. I focused on wanting to have bills that I couldn't afford and do all those things. And then I found out that I had to be, Birmingham. Yeah, that's where I was at. I was in Beham. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. And it humbled me. And honestly, I'm okay with it because had I not ever had those things, I may have been some nasty individual later about stuff in life if things went wrong and things bad happened. So to me, it just made me tougher and it also made me appreciative of the things that I have because when I had it, I loved it. And if I don't have it, I'm still appreciative of my life that I do have. So there you go. I went to, what's that one 24-hour place in Birmingham? Because that's when I knew Trinity. Oh, see, story time. Quick story. I knew who Trinity the Tuck Taylor was before y'all ever did because there was I think it's called Al's or something. It was a 24-hour gay bar in Birmingham, Alabama. Like, what? It's a 24-hour bar that you literally can go to at any time of the day and get a drink, no matter what. Any time of the day. And I remember seeing Trinity perform at this said place one time before she was on Drag Race, and she was completely, I wouldn't say completely different, but she was a huge deal. She was a huge deal. Huge deal. And even people who I used to work with at this insurance company a long time ago, when I do my videos and stuff like that, they're always like, Matty, it's so crazy to see you talk about Trinity because we were all there when that happened. I said, I know, it's insane. So when I did get to meet Trinity and I got to like actually speak and talk to her at DragCon in New York City, I mentioned my time in Birmingham and she was like, I was there. And I was like, girl, I was there. And I mentioned people that she knows personally who I used to work with, where she's like, oh, Matt, whoa. I said, yeah, we're connected a little bit. So that was a nice moment between Trinity and and she's very sweet. And she talks to you like she's somebody that knows you. Like, I'll tell you that. If you ever meet her, you're not going to get some bullshit conversation. Trinity will have a conversation with you. But it was nice of her and it was kind of cool. Al's on 7th? No, what's the one? There's another one though. I don't know if it's even called Owls. It's like the 24-hour one that everyone could Oz or something like that. I don't know. Maddie, would you say Heidi has become the most liked Black queen on the show since seasons 4? Latrice, I can't think of another Chi Chi DeVayne. You forgot Chi Chi DeVayne, Jermaine. You forgot Chi Chi DeVayne. You forgot Chi Chi, mother tucking DeVayne, sister. You forgot her. Monique Hart, I can't put in that same category, Cameron, for one reason, because Monique got a lot of hate for during All Stars over commentary with Valentina. And Chi Chi, while she probably did receive some stuff in her inbox, Chi Chi was more well liked because of her being this country queen. And the same thing is happening with Heidi here. Not saying that Heidi needed to be country to be liked, but it's the infectiousness of somebody who you've never seen before, who is giving you everything clearly of themselves and they're not being anybody but themselves. And the authenticity is so real. It's very that. Y'all, we're doing this well liked thing to where they don't get a lot of hate. The people you're naming have been getting hate from people and they get stuff in their inbox all the time. Like, I don't hear Heidi talking about somebody calling her all this, that, and the other because she was mean, like some of the other girls have. Let's continue. You know what? Going season by season will take forever. Let's just get down to the ones that are the best of the best here at this point in time. Yeah, it was a lot of interesting lip syncs for season 4. Season 5 was Alyssa Edwards, Coco Montrese, Jinx Monsoon, Detox, and a little bit of Roxy Andrews in there. That was that season. Detox versus Jinx I watched recently. It's got to be loved, not liked. It's got to be loved. It's got to be loved, not liked. It's got to be loved, not liked. If again, did that person never receive any sort of hateful racial comments? Like, y'all, I'm trying to do on the specifics. Did you talk about Sahara Davenport's legendary performances? This may not be a well-liked comment, but I thought Sahara was cool. I thought she did a good job. There were other points where I was like not so much feeling it, but I thought she was an excellent dancer. I thought she was an excellent dancer. Excellent. Honey Mahogany and Vivian Pinay's lip sync should be put into a time capsule and given to drag queens maybe 10 years down the line to explain what not to do. Thanks again, Melvie, for donating. Maddie, did you hear about the drama where Dahlia Sin said Roxy Andrews lied about the bus thing? Girl, I know about it, but I also know that sometimes people shouldn't speak when they're mad at somebody or they're upset about something. I find that sometimes you should just keep shit to yourself because that's something that I would never have said. To question somebody's history, if sadness, y'all, no way. There's no way. So Coco Montrese versus Alyssa Edwards, honestly, in my full opinion, would be the endure over that entire season. That was the best. That was the best. It was the best. And you know why it was the best? Because they both did exactly what they're good at doing. They both did their own shit. Nobody was trying to be like the other one. Alyssa did what she does, and Coco did what she does. And it's always a mark of a queen when somebody is performing a song and it's amazing. No, it was a Paula Abdul song. It was Cold Hearted Snake. She's a cold-hearted snake. Look into her eyes. Yeah, it was Paula Abdul. Okay. I'm gonna speak for a long time, trying to see if it's still breaking up. Gonna speak for a long time. Is it breaking up right now? The song I'm using is to help us find if this is going to mess it out. That didn't make any sense why I use that words. I'm not on the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi. Okay. Yeah, the reason out. Okay, cool. It's raining. Okay. Okay, so when that happens again, I now see what I have to do. I have to refresh it, basically. We're talking about the lip syncing. We were on season 5. We were on Coco and Alyssa Edwards. I was saying that Alyssa is the true winner. Coco, excuse me, was the winner of that lip sync based on the not needing to have to entire lip sync. Great, but they were both lip syncing differently, and Coco wins from the fact that Coco didn't have to go into the craziness of it all. Like she didn't. Uh, let me reword that. I have to reword that. Oh Lord, this sucks. Okay. The Wi-Fi sucks. It's worse. To be real, it's like so much worse. Hold on, let's try something. Is it in sync now or is it still slow? Because I'm trying to watch it on 2 different things to see how it looks. It's raining really bad. It's slow, yeah. Oh, she got a little clearer. Okay. She got a little clearer. Okay. Pineapple juice. That's better? Okay. 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 It's raining. It's thunderstorming outside. I apologize. I may need to make this a much shorter live than I was intending to do today, so that way we don't run into this problem again. I miss Los Angeles. I miss Los Angeles. Oh, I miss Los Angeles. When I tell y'all, can I tell you where that light, can I tell you where it hit? I'm gonna tell you where it hit because it was directly outside this entire unit. It hit directly, because not only did you feel it when it hit, because when it cracked, oh girl, that was scary. It hit the ground. Has that ever happened? It doesn't rain often in LA. It's very, very rarely does it rain in LA, like very rarely. It was literally in the parking lot because I felt, you could hear it. Oh, it sounded like a tree falling down. It was like boom. I was like, oh. Quick story time now that I'm currently in a thunderstorm as we speak. Here's the gag. The one time, my PlayStation 4 that I no longer have because it actually, in a thunderstorm, the lightning hit my townhome. I was staying in this townhome on the south side of Houston, Texas, and I was playing, what was I playing? Street Fighter 5, for that matter. And there was lightning outside, and something told me to turn everything off and unplug it, but I didn't. And I remember, I promise y'all, I promise you, I still feel the shock in my hands today. The lightning hit directly my window pane. It was so weird. Like, there was this little patio I had outside, and there was the window. So I saw, because the whole entire townhome lit up. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced when lightning strikes and it's just so close and everything illuminates, but the entire townhome went white. I thought it was gonna be an alien invasion. I'm not even playing with you. I thought it was an alien invasion. I promise you, I thought I was about to be taken to a whole other planet. I cannot stress that enough. Scared the bejesus out of me. My whole remote controller smoking. I got a little zap from it. I didn't even know. I'm like, this thing is plastic, but it was the PlayStation 4 one. And I don't know whatever wire work was in there, but the lightning apparently shot through the entire townhome, went through all the light sockets in the front part of the townhome. So you heard pop, 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 smoke everywhere. My TV destroyed. 72-inch TV. Gone. Just whoop, out of there. My PlayStation would not turn on anymore. I actually still have the shell of it sitting in storage right now. Because I was trying to get it fixed, and they're like, there's no way we can fix it. That is why I'm not playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I would be playing it now if my PlayStation 4 wasn't zapped. And I actually lost a whole bunch of appliances that I was using in that townhome. They all were ruined from that situation. And the whole front of the townhome, you couldn't plug anything in anymore. Every outlet was just busted. So yeah, if it's lightning and it's thundering outside, I implore you, please don't be by the windows. That's all I'm gonna say. And my aunt was electrocuted one time when she was washing the dishes, and it was lightning outside or something, and it shot through the window, or it hit the ground, and it, I guess, traveled up through the wiring that was out there. And she said she was washing the dishes, and it was like somebody punched her in the chest. And when she woke up, she was in the opposite side of the room. I was like, get out of here. My uncle said he came in the house, and my aunt was just laying there, just eyes wide open, just stuck. And he was like, he couldn't believe it. Had to take her to the hospital, found out that basically she was struck by lightning, and She low-key had a seizure and something else. I forget what else happened. She had like several of them, but she just basically was stuck for in a whole like they had to like bring her in the hospital to make sure she wasn't like dead, but she just couldn't move. She was just stuck. So yeah, that stuff scares me. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, but let's just give some good lip syncs out the way, y'all, before we just end this because I don't know what's about to happen and I hate for the power to go out while all this takes place. Can you imagine Matty Rants going live and the power goes out? The struggle. Hey, Princess Pebbles and everybody. Oh goodness, I can't. My life is so funny. I have to laugh at shit. I'm sorry. What else? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I have to laugh and stuff. Okay, season 5 was very much. I don't have anything plugged. Ooh, as a matter of fact, let me do this real quick, y'all. Let me do this real quick. Nat, thank you for saying that. Let me do this real quick. Okay. We're going to leave the light plugged in, but what we're going to do is unplug the laptop. That's what we're going to do. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm glad you said something because can you imagine? Can you imagine? Y'all, my PlayStation fried laptop. You saw a juicy cherry? I know, still single. Shame. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. That means I need to eat. I haven't eaten yet today. I love how my lives always go off topic and y'all aren't mad at me for that. I appreciate your love. And I appreciate the likes too. Don't forget to smash that button. And if you want to donate to the channel, links will be provided now. Monet Exchange versus Dusty Ray Bottoms was really good. Monet did that. I watched that recently. Monique Hart versus Latrice. I now am in my full fantasy and reality by saying that Monique won that hands down. I love Latrice, but now I gotta be real. Monique won that. Latrice was serving, but I was like, it was Mo. It was my Mo. Here's the thing about Monet that's very interesting. That I always have a little like it's like Monet's lip syncing is really good, but she also sometimes goes too deep with the song for me. Like Naomi Smalls versus Monet Exchange. When it came Come Rain or Come Shine, when it was this that lip sync in particular. Because Monet went for the like almost a performance live, like as if she was singing for a group of people for a cabaret situation, where Naomi Smalls went into full like Shogun Assassin type of storyline, and I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. And oh, I love that lip sync from Naomi Smalls. Naomi Smalls All Stars was the perfect redemption for me as far as her lip syncing from season 8, in my opinion. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to Texas, where it rains like this. I do love the rain though, but I love the rain while cuddling with somebody. That's even the best way to love rain. But yeah, Naomi Smalls slayed All Stars. She did that. She did that. I was here for it. And Monique was really showing out too until her wig started flying off a couple times. But then when she had, for that Tina Turner number, I was here for it. I was like, thank you, Mom. It's on. It's not going anywhere. I was so happy for that. Um, oh, she's raining. Oh, I'm gonna have to end this live early. I hate that. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon because I already know this is gonna go on forever. Annoying. I wish you could smoke, girl. Speaking of that, for those of you tomorrow, on April 20th, I send you my love. I hope you have a blessed holiday. I hope I have a blessed holiday. Love you too, Hinky. Um, I hate that I got off topic here because this is really who really won that lip sync. This is a live discussion. We're trying to keep it Drag Race related. I'm sorry. I keep on bringing up my things. At the same time, this is what I do. A lot of people forgot about it because of all the things going on right now, and it's kind of like, damn, is it raining, man? Lisa, I wish. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl that looked good. I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit and a hat. Oh my God. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to Widow and Jan now so I can wrap this up. Just in general, what this live was about and what it was originally intended for was a conversation about who really won that lip sync, because a lot of us do this thing where we see these queens that we love and like, and we forget that there's a song that is being lip synced to that needs to be emulated in a particular fashion. And it has to be done correctly, because you're doing a disservice to the song when you don't do it. Okay. Let me know the next time you're in the Bay Area so I can show you around. Thank you, Isaiah Taylor, for that donate. Inbox me on Instagram, sir, because I'll forget. Instagram me though, because I go through my inbox on Instagram. I had one crack above me during in my car because holy heat over it scared the thing about the Widow, Vondu, and Jan lip sync is that it wasn't a debate. It wasn't a question. It was this moment where yeah, it was just okay, I'm gonna be real. Let's go. I ain't gonna bullshit you. All right, first of all, let's get this straight. Okay. This is my night, Shaka Khan. We know the song. We got it now. We've heard the song. Okay, great. Cool. All right. This my night. Like, what is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I was so confused. I was so confused. I'm sitting here saying to myself, I understand that you want to stay and you need to show them all the passion and everything in the world. But what you're not going to do is give me a saltine cracker on this fucking song. You're not going to do it. So while I was watching that lip sync, I said, Jan is dancing at this point. I don't know what song she's dancing to, but she's dancing. I, for a split second, thought to myself, maybe Jan has had a moment in her life where Shaka or somebody in some sort of capacity of Shaka breasting some, I don't know, some woman, I don't know, I don't know who, would have gave her a nice scarf and told her what it was really about. I don't know who. I thought maybe. But no, it was tough for me to watch Jan try like that to that song, because it was like, okay, so what we're doing is we're just dancing. And I know that's not Jan as a performer, because and I also like Jan as a drag queen. Please, 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 do not get it twisted that I don't. I love Jan. I think she's a great drag queen, and she was definitely given a bullshitty run on this season. Now that is what I can discuss. She was given a bullshitty run, which is where we lead into my review title that everybody was so, oh my gosh, well, of course she was in the bottom because it was crap. Y'all, I was just there for the click. I just feel she shouldn't have been in the bottom two. The bottom three, oh yeah, but the bottom two, nah. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. No. Hers was not as bad as Sherry's or Gigi's. Period. And I love Gigi. Y'all know I love Gigi. But if I'm going to throw in the lamb for the slaughter, throw in the pie. Throw in the pie. Why does she need to be? They got a great cast. They ain't going to miss nothing. Throw in the pie. Or a pie. Girl. Did any of y'all get a little PTSD from that? I said, Now she want to feed people? Okay. That's why I said feed her tease. I said, And if you look at some of the things that were said about somebody, that actually really aligns with what was, Maddie's wrong for that joke. No, I'm not. It's truth, but what about it? No. But let's go back to Gigi, because I'm going to be real, and we have to keep it clear and present with this danger. And I'm also going to bring you a little something, something. I don't get the feeder jokes. Do you want to get them? Oh my God! No. Google it. I'm not even going to give you an explanation. Just Google it, because I'm not going to wait. I ain't going to do it. Just know it's wrong, and there's people who fetishize and stuff like that. So that is all I'm going to do. It's a fetish. It's a fetish thing. Gigi was not good at all, and it wasn't funny. And the good night, bitch, it's like that only worked when you were a robot, not a human being that gives robot tease. Like, you can't do that. You just can't do all. It was bad, Mom. But it wasn't. Okay, here's the thing. Okay. This is where the runway now takes an effect on the score and evaluation, because personally, Jan's runway and commercial would have landed her safe for me. It would have been safe for me. Jan would have been fine. Now let's get to Gigi, Sherry, Widow. Now, Widow has a great runway. I loved her runway, but her commercial was dry. So I would have put her in the bottom. I would have put it on the bottom as a judge. But between Sherry and Gigi, I would have put Sherry in the bottom, because Sherry did Winchester, Helen Mirren, I live in this house and there's ghosts of all about type of tease, where Gigi actually gave you Christian Dior, young wedding, I just got married, we didn't have a lot of money, but I just wanted something simple. Very that. Gigi got the assignment for the runway. Period. Sherry did not. It was a beautiful look, but that's not what the runway was supposed to be given. I'm so mad I didn't say this in my review. I'm just now actually thinking about this, now that I'm really sitting back on this point. That is the tea. Maddie, I Googled it. Oh my God. Told you. Girl. Oh my God. Yeah, right. Thank you. So now you know why that joke really sits still in the moment, and why it's so, yeah, okay. Sherry was wearing what Helen Mirren wore before she was murdered in that movie. No, I never saw Winchester because I had bad reviews. But I just know that's literally what she was wearing. She's the lady of the house. You're not a bride, that's the lady of the house look. It's very much, my name's Madam Zib, you're here in my home. That's what that was, but it was not a run. It wasn't that. Tim Williams, thank you. Happy 420. I got you when you get back too. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Carla Thomas, Maddie, I love watching you and listening to your opinions. Keep climbing to the top. I love you too, baby. Thank you so much. Uh, I don't get the Jan stands. Maybe it was the editing, but she just never did. Oh, yes. Okay, now we're going to have this conversation because I need to have it. It needs to be said. I really don't like it when we're confused in our evaluation of what things should be. Just because you like her doesn't mean she should have been safe as well or from that elimination. Just because she did a lot of work in that lip sync does not mean she should have been safe from that elimination. Just because she did a little something that you thought was seasoning on that spice, that don't mean she should have been safe. Not in any sort of capacity. Never. It would have been disrespectful to Shaka Khan. Widow embodied the Khan. Shaka, Shaka, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka, Shaka Khan. When she started doing this, oh, okay, for my black people. You know what this is. Do you know it in church? Do you know that? When Widow did that hand, I swear to God, I was back in choir practice again. I swear to it. I was like, ooh, I felt all of that. This grabbing air moment, I knew her very well. I knew her so well. I knew her so well. I knew her so well. Then there's this other moment where she rips off the bigger part of her dress to go into just the silhouette dress, right? And it's on the beat. It's actually at the point in the song when the drums are, it's the do-do, 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 duh. And on the duh, that's when she had the dress flung right on beat. And then went right into and it was this, now I'm leaning into this, and she's still grabbing and she's still reaching for air. It is so church. I was so done. I was like, y'all, I'm back in the congregation. I'm in pew 4. Honey, did someone pass me the offering plate? Because she's getting this roof fixed today. I say, yeah, I don't know about Sherry and Jan, but Jan went home though. Don't make this black thing, at least not right now. Fuck, what the hell? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Of course she went home. She went home. But I'm just saying, in reality, to be honest with you, Jan probably shouldn't have been in the bottom two, based on what was going on in the critiques and judging, and it was also low-key had a little bit of favoritism. That's truth. If you can't catch that, then I don't know what Pokemon you need to have in your arsenal to beat the gym trainer today. But that's truth. And it is a little messed up how that went down. But in all actuality, Widow would have sent whoever she would have lip synced against her for. Oh no, Sid, I was responding to something else, girl. I wasn't responding to you. You're fine. I'm just, oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, let me get out this comment section. Y'all do what you do. Let me just speak, because I don't know what's going on. God damn it. I don't know what's happening here. The girls are fighting. Oh my God. Yeah, I just love it when somebody can give me what I need in a lip sync. And when Widow did that, I was transported back to my time with her at Hamburger Mary's in Long Beach. And that's why I was so here for it. I was like, I know this, I know her. I've seen this before, and that is what it is. And it's even better live. Oh, girl, let me tell you something, Miss Vondu. If you go on, when you go on the tour, when you go on the road, Shaka needs to be in your repertoire no matter what. It's gotta be. No matter what, that has to be in the repertoire. It should be a fool not to. A fool not to. No, ma'am. Oh, sorry, I was feeling my curly fantasy, y'all. Look at this. I need this haircut. But do you see how my hair is doing? So everything that would have been shaved down is now curling up on the sides here. And I'm just like, oh, God. It's doing the same. I can only imagine what the back of my head looks like. Probably a curly Q factory. The entire point of this live today is simply, all right, Shannon, take care, baby. I'm about to get off of here too because it's still raining and I'm already, it's not only is it raining, it's making me sleepy. It's also making me a little agitated because I can see that my signal is doing this and that while I'm talking. It's like, oh, too much. When it comes to lip syncing, it's about emoting, knowing the song, and representing it the best of your ability and doing it well. Don't do stuff out of desperation or I'm just gonna throw everything out there because it's like, that just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You gotta do that. You gotta give the song justice. Because that's what lip syncing is all about. Giving the song that you love, the artist that you live and breathe for, the justice they deserve. Jan was lip syncing out of desperation, and that's because Jan didn't want to go home, and that's understandable. That's why I can't be like, what the fuck is that? I can't do all that, but I can be like, that was terrible. But what would the artist do? And what can you do to really just embody all of that? Ooh, Chi Chi DeVane versus Thorgy Thor. Why was there a cartwheel inserted in that lip sync? I wanted Janet Jackson premiere too. Actually, low-key, I want to be on that season when Janet Jackson's there, so that way I can yell at her for that moment she had in Harlem. She had us standing out in the rain. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Y'all, do you know that one time me and Alexander Rogers were in New York City and it was some Harlem Week thing and Janet Jackson was supposed to do this impromptu show or whatever and she was having people meet her in Harlem and she was taking the train and stuff. And we got there and apparently she was a little bit late, but it started raining. And it just poured and poured on everybody, y'all. It just poured on us all. Me, Alex, were just sitting out in the rain like, what in the hell is going on here? And this woman got on stage and straight up said, thank you, everybody, for coming out here today, being in the rain. Harlem is a special place for me, and I just wanted to let you know that I love it and the art and the culture and everything here. But I gotta go, so I'm gonna have these children dance to my new song, Made for Now. And it's really amazing what they can do. But yeah, so thank you again for everyone being here. Okay, bye-bye. Should I do Janet Jackson for Snatch Game? Oh my God. Should I do Janet for Snatch Game? I could do Michael for sure. You know I could do Michael. No, I'm innocent. No, I'm not going to do it. But I low-key may have to invest in Janet Jackson for Snatch Game. I may have to invest in Janet Jackson for Snatch Game. But seriously, no, for real. We were in the rain, standing there, and she got up there and she whispered on the track. And she told us, like, dead ass, I have a new song. I love Harlem. Harlem has a lot of art. Here are these kids to dance. I'll see you later. And I was like... but this was the killer part. But yeah, thank you for all being here. I love y'all so much. It was she does this thing where when she's like, when she laughs, it's a light, it's like this, it's this little, oh my God, like embarrassing laugh kind of moment. And it pissed me off because I was like, does she know that it's raining? And we're like, I was so mad. I was so mad. Joan Rivers was my other one because I really wanted to do Joan Rivers. Look at her. Really? Really, Rue? Are we really doing this today? Rue, look at all that makeup. I swear to God. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't swear to God because I'm in hell. Oh, like I was going to do a little Joan Rivers for Snatch Game too. I'm really studying her. I actually was watching some of her old talk show stuff last night because I actually really have invested into Joan Rivers. I said it was going to be Joan Rivers, Maya Rudolph, or now I feel like I want to do Janet because I just had a good moment doing that whole moment. I really wanted to do Joan. I really wanted to do Joan. It was either going to be Joan Rivers, it was going to be Janet Jackson. It was going to be either of those two. Because, you know, if I did Janet, I mean, what am I going to say? Rue, I was on that one show where there was a lot of black people and everyone struggled. And I had an iron. Oh my God, it was so hot. But I was okay with it because I was used to Michael and my other brothers who are less successful having the same problems with my father, Joe. You know who Joe is, right? Joe is crazy. Well, Prince is going to be a little difficult because for Prince, I have to get my voice a little bit lower for Prince. And I'm trying to get, there's a thing about Prince with his sarcasm and his drawl. And I have to really, I'm having a hard time with that one. I'm trying to get that one. But Janet's easy. Janet's like, oh. That's easy. And Joan is, it's a little bit easier for me. Only because I like to do, here's the thing about my daughter. My daughter really, really thinks that she's, you know, a woman to do fashion. I'm dead. Stop trying to do my gag. It's mine. But seriously, can we talk about the outfit? I would have to do Fashion Police Joan Rivers, and then I'd have to mix up Talk Show Joan Rivers in a little bit with that, because I would say, Root, didn't you have a talk show? And do something like that. I would definitely do Joan on Fashion Police, because she used to be just all over the place with it. But if I did Janet, God, what would the outfit be? I feel like I wouldn't do Super Bowl Janet Jackson, because that's disrespectful. We're not going to do that. Yeah. Janet and Joan for sure. Maya's gonna be a little interesting. I'm trying to get Maya Rudolph down. Because the way there's sometimes Maya does this when she talks, and I'm trying to get certain things with that voice down too. But I said when it's time to get on Drag Race and it's Snatch Game time, I am not going in on some bullshit. No way. No way. No, well, I can't do Poetic Jet. I can't, oh, well, see, that's the thing. I would love to do Poetic Justice Janet, because you know I'm a little thickum, so I can really pull off that look with the jeans too, and the shirt with the hat with the dookie braids, girl. Oh, mama, I would wear that outfit out. But the Rhythm Nation one, I would be too hot in. I'm just gonna tell y'all. All For You I could do, because that's like I can have a little tank, a little camisole, something, you know. I can do something with the All For You look. I don't want to be in anything too stuffy, because if I do the Snatch Game, y'all know they're there for a little minute. Like, I would need to not be sweated. Oh yeah, I like Pleasure. Yes, with that wig, honey, that'd be so right. With the Pleasure Principle, Janet. I'd be here for that. That's my favorite Janet Jackson era, to be honest with you. Lies. If that Janet Dot, that was my favorite. It's Janet Dot, Pleasure Principle era, then Velvet Rope, then All For You, then Demita Joe, and then everything else kind of just goes from there. Yeah. Don't get me started to talk to, don't let me start a Janet Jackson conversation, because you know I can go in. Do multiple Janet. Can you imagine? Oh, well, Rue, I am at Jackson, so I do own a time machine, and I wanted to show my range, not my vocal range. Because there is none. Oh my God, can you imagine? My answer is The daughter. Yes, because they said I had one and I never did. And then I had one and then I divorced him. Ooh, I love All Night. That was like the last kind of, I don't know. Ooh, y'all, Janet, Janet Jackson. Okay, y'all. The- After feedback, it's been a really tough time for me to give Janet any kind of anything. I didn't like 20 Years Later. I didn't like that at all. I did not like 20 Years Later, Janet. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I liked feedback, Janet. I liked that discipline. Discipline, Janet, I was cool with. As a matter of fact, I need to go ahead and download some of her old Discipline songs because I forgot about that album. I'm just mentioning it now. I like Discipline. That was the T. I wanna rock with you. Pow. Ooh, ooh. Why hasn't that been a song on Drag Race? Okay, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. Oh my God, I loved Discipline. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, too bad this is YouTube and I can't play the music like I would on Instagram. I might have to get on Instagram Live after this and start playing some Janet. Yeah, if I do Joan Rivers, that part too, I would be able to play off the jokes better. I would be able to, And if someone tries to do Joan Rivers before me because I just said I was gonna do Joan Rivers and they mess up, because they will, I'll be able to do it better. Does anyone have any idea where RuPaul is? He's the ghost of the world and hasn't posted or been seen since end of March. Maybe RuPaul's taking the quarantine thing very seriously, and this is RuPaul's time to recharge and re-energize. Or maybe she's been put into a cocoon and she's currently de-aging as we speak. She's also married, and they may be, possibly putting down the pound because Ruby is red hot. Da 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 da. Ruby is red hot, on fire non-stop. Da 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 da. I've gotten some insider tea on the finale, so I want to keep my thoughts a little light for season 12. What I hope that they do is that they're gonna have to do something with a replacement moment with the one that is Pie, and I want them to possibly have it in a scenario where it's not a giant, huge studio audience. If it involves me and Jake, or say other people who wanted to go see said show, I think it would be best to have it in a little bit more of a controlled environment right now while everything's getting back in order. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of tough, y'all, because for me, I don't know how that's going to happen. I mean, I was told about a couple of things that could happen that they're talking about doing, but all of those things were, okay, that could work. Yeah, that makes sense. Or, okay. But then hear how I just said that. Yeah, that works. That's okay. Oh, yeah. Do you want that? I'm nervous. But I'm also kind of like, they have everything really. If they did a social media vote, you know who would win. Allison, oh, I just saw your Twitter messages, love. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna read that in a second. I'm gonna save that for after this live. What do you mean, who would win? Did I miss the question? I missed it. I'm sorry, y'all. I saw something really sweet. Someone sent me on Twitter. My energy is fading. Okay, come back up. Where's Alicia? I know, right? Alicia's probably, Alicia has her own channel. You know that. Let's see here. Jada gives most winner. Y'all smash that like button. 222 in the room. Sorry, I don't know what I'm fading. Yeah, who would win? Gigi would win. Social media. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, for sure. For sure. Yeah, baby, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. Like, there's the likability as a whole, but then there's a lot of people who watch this show who are not on social media. A lot of people. I didn't have any Starbucks today. I haven't gone to the grocery store. Because I'm probably going to be in this hotel for another 2 weeks. Like, I'm going to end my April in Houston, and then I'm going to be heading back to LA in May, because clearly my family has shown their true colors here. I have honestly had myself and y'all, my rant pack, to depend on in this situation, and it would make more sense for me to get back to LA. But I'm also, right now, since all of this has happened, I've been looking for a lot of extra work in LA, as well as places to stay, and looking for short-term lease type of stuff, and also with like part-time work. I'm looking for stuff that is very, can I work from my laptop? Because it's a little crazy right now, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in the midst of traveling back and forth like I was before. So yeah, I'm doing a lot in between. That's why I haven't been doing as much that you've seen, but I'm also have a full week schedule of everything, and I've put all my stuff in my planner. Yay. Mimi Cherry gave me a planner, and I was using it, and then I stopped using it, but now I'm using it again because I have to. I have to use this planner to get through stuff, because girl, this quarantine has got my mind forgetting what day it is sometimes. I don't know about you, but just the other day, what day was that? Thursday, when I did that live, I thought it was Wednesday. All tea. I thought it was Wednesday. That scared me. I was like, girl, what is happening? How did I forget what day it is? This is insane. Ugh. Yeah, Gigi would win a social media vote hands down. For real, for real. Oh, well, I don't know if that's fair, TM, with voting for a Sherry Pie replacement, because then it would be like, yeah, that would be a little tough. Because that one right there, girl, I don't know if that'd be fair. Yeah, I don't know if that'd be fair. Because then you would want to leave it up to like the rest of the cast that was there. And then what if like someone like Rockham ended up in the top 5 and literally was eliminated on the 3rd episode? Or someone spammed the account and Dahlia Sin ended up in the top. It'd be like, now, what would that mess kind of be? Oh, that conversation about the privilege stuff. Lord, girl, Lord, girl, Lord, girl, Lord, girl, Lord, girl, Lord. Oh, ooh, look how long this got. Ooh, sister. My hair is so long. Um, you already know. Do I need to say anything on that? And you know I love me some G. I love me the 3 Gs, I do. But that was like, it was not the time. And especially as someone who, like myself, who is Black and queer, and the things I've been through, I was like, Mama, I have lived not even as long as some people who have survived through the 80s and the AIDS epidemic when it took out so many people. Are you for real? Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. I can't see the Venmo one, so thank you so much. And if anybody did send anything on Venmo, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was the wording. It was the wording. And that's why I'm not going to wear her low. Thank you, Princess Pebbles. I know it's late where you're at in the UK, darling. So have a good night rest, baby. I love you. Take care. and she's young. I'm not giving a pass, but what I'm saying is that needed to be reworded because I knew what their intentions were behind it. But dear God, that the tone deaf of that, it was. And then, ooh, okay, nope. Nope. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say on it. That's all I'm gonna say on it. Because it is straight up not the privilege that she is referring to. It is straight up not that. Oh, let me tell you about that squall. I'm so glad you brought that up because that video Jake talked to me about. Like we were on the phone talking about that and he asked me my opinions on it. I was low-key gonna give an opinion on that video, but I said, nah, I'm gonna let you roll on this one. Because I'm gonna get really emotional behind that kind of statement because that no. No. So, um, but everything else about her is amazing. But that was no. Not even making eye contact with you, just staring into the camera. Oh, I love it. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, y'all, let's do this. We're literally rolling up on the 2-hour marker right now, and it's gonna take forever for this video to upload like it did the last time when I did a live. So y'all give me some quick Q&A before I wrap this up. And we all continue on with the rest of our days. It's almost 4 p.m. here in Houston, Texas. Again, I'll be heading back to LA next month. I thought I was going to stay out here a little bit longer and do all these things that I was planning to do, but you know, I'm a little bit on my own in this situation and I'm okay with that. And even friendship wise, a lot of my friendships have changed over the last couple of weeks. So for me, it's a cleansing as well as a bit of pain as an empath that I am because I'm missing some people. I miss a few people, but I'm also like I have to let that go. I have to let those moments go. Let's see here. Let's look at the questions. Timothy, I can't tell you the top 4 of the remaining 6 because I already know the list and I'd low-key be giving shit away. And I won't say certain things because I let the season end first. Let me the season end first. Top Houston gay spots. I don't know any more King Legs because since I've been out here, a lot of places that I used to go to have been closed. So I would just say go to Montrose and let the crowds lead you. Let's see here. Do you have the support when you return to LA? Not like you may possibly think, no. Like I don't have any family support, and as far as friends are concerned, nobody as far as I could live with or do that again. And I actually try not to do that again. I'm trying to get something on my own and do it that way. Or if I am gonna live with somebody, it be established up front because I can't do what just happened again. I need my own personal space. Like, no. You all saw how that was doing me before. So, you know, it was breaking me up and I can't do that again. I need my peace. Well, where else would I go then, boo-boo? I don't have anywhere else to go. And that's where I already have a lot of my things at and where a lot of my work is already held at as far as support. I don't know if the support that you're asking or meaning for is by where I would stay. I have support as far as working environments and doing collaborations with people in that kind of sense. But if you're talking about like living type of stuff, that's different. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like where else? Like, come on now. There's a moment where I'm like, y'all, I understand by me explaining to you what I'm going through, we all have an opinion on that. But there's also moments where it's like, think about it. Why would I be? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't I be? You know what I mean? Yeah. Jermaine is actually somebody who lives in LA who's a supporter of mine. And Jermaine, when I was sick, what did you do for me, friend? You came and brought me soup and some naked smoothies. And I never forgot about that, and I appreciate you for that. No, I don't, hey, none offense taken, but you know, right now for me, my focus is so driven on making sure these videos get out and that I do what I love to do because that is keeping me sane. And it's not only just keeping me sane, it's also my passion, my drive, and what I want to do with my life. And I'll make a coin from it here and there, whether YouTube wants to pay me for my ads or not, or say if somebody helps me out via donations. But at the same time, on my own end here, I am like personally ready to get back into my own kind of mix, and I don't want to sit here and do this, well they need to and I can do this and it's like, no, let's put our feet in the ground, let's start running, and let's start really making it happen. And let's stop bullshitting yourself and stop telling yourself that you can't do this, or if that happens that can't happen. Nope, everything's a yes until you hear a no, and then keep looking for the yes. So I've had time to meditate on it. I've had time to breathe on it. I've had time to think about it. And I'm like, okay, you know what you need to do, Mr. Matt? As my friend Lisa would say, Mr. Matt, Mr. Matthew. You just do it. So now it's a matter of just every time I get some donations, then I literally put things in a saving pack, and then what I need to eat today, what I need to do this, da 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 da. Everything is put in a little pile, and now I'm just planning around it. And then, like everyone else is waiting for stimulus checks, if I end up getting mine, I'll be good for a little bit of time. But right now, we're all going through it. Nobody's not struggling, you know. Even people who are working right now are struggling. But yeah, I have to fight. I have to be the one. You know, if I gave up now, it would be all for nothing. And also, I couldn't do that to myself. Not after I sat as a little kid, 13, 14 years old, I would promise myself, you know, I'm gonna be a star. And because, like, y'all have to realize this too. When I was growing up, another reason why that privilege statement burns my soul is because I was teased every day of my life. I was threatened in certain cases with my life, you know. I was having to fight every other day. You can ask my sister. One day I'm gonna get my sister on here and she's gonna tell you how we grew up, but it was tough. Every day I wanted to just disappear and not exist anymore. And it was hard to do. And because of all that time as a kid, really not believing in oneself and just following what your parent told you to do, because every time you wanted to have an input on it, they just shut you down. You know, it took a long time to get out of that mental conditioning of thinking that if I did something that I wanted to do, it would fail. You have to recognize that. Like, that's why I have empathy for people who have been in situations where it has taken a toll on them so much that it's lasted so long and they almost can't get out of it. But it's like you can, but it takes time to break down that mental thinking. You know what I'm saying? You have to break it down because it will consume you, girl. But y'all, just so I can give you a little bit of love as far as what things that you are like, where is Matty going here? HBO has reached out to me about We're Here. HBO's Relations has reached out to me about it. I have a screener pass. I have the first 3 episodes of We're Here sitting in my laptop as we speak. So I already can see the first 3 episodes before y'all, and I'm gonna have my reviews up literally after the show ends, because they gave me that kind of life, and it's amazing that that happened. I don't know who saw me and was like, we like him, let's get him on board here. But they gave it to me, and that's a step, I think, personally, for me, and I think it's amazing, and I love more shows to be like, here you go, review us, do that, because bitch, you know I would. But I support Bob the Drag Queen. I support Shangela. You know, me and Eureka are cool. Um, but I don't know if they had anything to do with that. But if they did, I give them my love. You know what I mean? Because Shangela has shown me some support. She's retweeted me and Jamar acting crazy, talking about her sometimes. Bob and me have had conversations in person, and I'm a big fan of Bob. Eureka and me, I've apologized to Eureka. Eureka has listened to me. She's had moments like that. Y'all, I'm in the mix. You know, I know the girls. Y'all have seen me with Monique Hart, that's my sister. Jiggly Callie, that's my sister. We can name them. We can do all that. That's just drag. That's just the Drag Race girls. Imagine outside of that. Oh, Pose. Steve Canal, that's my boy. Let's talk about Angelica Ross. That's, oh my God, like Johnny Sibilli. Like I could start. We could just do all that, but I don't want to be that girl because I'm never gonna be that guy. But I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I just need to continue doing it. And while everything around me may be falling apart, honey, I have to continue what I'm doing. Because once I'm continuing this doing that I am doing, everything will come full circle and everything won't be falling apart. But this is all temporary. Me and Jakey are good. I just talked to him this morning. I actually talked to him 30 minutes prior to this live that I started. But Jake's doing good. I'm so proud of him. Girl, he is really, the star is rising with him. And like, honestly, Jake gives me a lot of good advice and like, I appreciate it. And I love my mother, Honey Davenport. Speaking of which, I need to contact my mother because I know she's probably like, now Matty. And I said, but in reality, and for a lot of people in LA now that know me, including Jamar, because when I talked to Jamar, he understood. He was like, you just needed to get your mind together, huh? I said, baby, I needed to really just sit and not talk to anybody that I knew personally. Like, y'all, I know you're my rant pack, but this is also an interaction of me reading and then me speaking versus physical presence and all that type of stuff. So I needed a moment to not call people out there and to then miss those people and then to want to call them and say, are you okay? Is everything fine? There's nothing like getting a hold of somebody that you haven't thought about in a while. And then you finally get a hold of them and it's like just catching back up like nothing happened. Like, what? You have to have those moments. But anywho, y'all, I'm going to wrap up this live right now. Personally, I need to get me something to eat. I need to put some water into my body. I want to relax for the rest of this Sunday because tomorrow I'm going to be watching all of season 3 of Drag Race to do this recap video for Tuesday. And then I got to watch some We're Here because I have to film some of that as well. And there's another show that I'm not supposed to talk about right now that I just got an email in reference to that I cannot share yet. But I may be covering another show. So we'll see how that, I'm waiting for my response from their team. But there's another show that they're trying to have me review that I'm excited about. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm sorry. I'm out of it now. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. Thank you, 10% Battery, for the donate. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you so much. Y'all, please stay safe. Is it in Canada? I'm not going to say. I am not going to tell you. It is for a major network, so that's what I'm going to say. And that would be really awesome if they include me. But the email was very nice, I will say that. They were like, we have been paying attention. You are quite lovely. They were like, we want you to have more subscribers. I hate when they do that to me. Like, oh, like, y'all, me too. Trust me too. But, you know, when they find me and they find me less, you know, whatever they're mad about. Whatever they're mad about. Something that I don't have to care about. Okay? But yeah. Cool. Oh my God, Alicia, we were just talking about you. It's okay. It's okay. I'm ending this live though, Mama. I promise you, it's a 2-hour marker. I've gone past my limit. Get the wall back together. Love you, Kip. Thank you. My hotel sister, I know, right? Follow your passion, follow your dreams. Don't ever let anybody tell you are worthless because you're not. Your power is within you. Nobody can take that power away from you but you. Stand your ground, but also learn to accept things that you cannot change. Be open-minded to new experiences and situations, but if you see shit, call it bullshit. Love yourself before anybody else, because it's the truth. It's the truth. And remember, if you're having a bad day, think of this face. Think of me, message me. I may be going through some stuff, y'all, but in reality, ooh, listen, we're gonna get some food. Calm it down. I may have a bad day, but you can still hit me up and I may be able to respond. Sometimes I can't relate, but I also can tell you something that may help you, okay? Because I don't want you to be sad just like I don't want to be sad. And that's what I think I've been put on this earth to do, is to entertain, to make people laugh, to make people think, to make people cry, to make people happy, and to really let our full emotions be just that, human emotions. My name is Matty Rants, and you've been watching Dateline. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me shut up. I'm out of here. I'm out. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Ugh, my mother used to call me before she passed away, and she would tell me, that Don Lemon, I so see you on CNN one day. And I hated it. But now I like see Don Lemon and I think of my mother. So not when he says problematic things, but when he's on the money. All right, gotta go, y'all. Bye.